This is going to be a quick video where I'm just nerding out over some stuff. So I'm working on a rig where I can use bias effects live. Positive Grid, the makers of bias effects, don't make some sort of pedalboard like Helix competitor, and so the only way you can use this live is by running like a laptop or a tablet. By the way, Positive Grid, if you did make a Helix competitor, I would pay you lots of money very quickly. But anyway, so I'm working on this rig where I can use bias effects live because I think it's really awesome. So I got this iPad, and the problem becomes, how do you get your sound in and out of the iPad? So to accomplish that, normally you'd use something like an iRig. This is like a cheap generic version of it, but same deal. So it's got a USB in and a guitar jack in. You plug that into your iPad, and then you've got to run basically headphones out to front of house. So you've got to get all sorts of cables and converters that run into the iPad, and it kind of becomes a mess. So I was looking around and I got this cool thing, which is the X-Tone Pro by Xsonic, which of course it is because that's what it says. But this thing is like a bunch of different stuff, and honestly, I'm super impressed. It's so cool. So this thing connects to the iPad via a USB cable, as you can see. And of course it does your guitar input. In this case, the guitar is going through this volume pedal, but same thing. So it's got a guitar and expression in. Not only does this handle the input of your guitar, but it also does the output of your guitar. So via one USB cable, you get the in and out of the iPad. And then it's got all of these outputs and stuff that you can run. XLR, left, right, all this stuff you can run to front of house. It's got a headphone jack, it's got MIDI in and out, it's got all sorts of crazy stuff. It's got gain controls, it's got volume controls, and it does MIDI too. So one of the biggest problems with running an iPad rig is you don't want to have to be fiddling with the iPad while you're playing live and tapping on it. But it's got all these foot switches, which you can program, so when you click them, it'll turn stuff on and off in your rig, which is like super awesome. So like all through one USB cable, this thing's doing like 8 different things. It's awesome. Oh, and that's all powered through the iPad too. So there's no power running to this thing, just the USB cable. And the power is perfectly fine. I've run this thing for like 3 hours and it'll take the iPad down like 20 or 30%. But yeah, I'm just gushing over nothing here because I'm excited about this. This isn't sponsored in any way. I'm just super impressed with how this thing works. And yeah, stay tuned to see how I put this board together and how it sounds.